승부석 2.
프로스트로 떠납니다.
Here we are on Frost for game number 3, down in the bottom right. Losing that last one, the Purple Terran. It is TY from KT Rolster.
And his opponent to the top right from the generic Green Wings, it is Trap. An incredible run in this tournament. If Trap wins this match and then defeats Neeb, or even if he just beats TY here, this run will by far, I feel, be his career best ever, including his time back on Woongjin Stars, and
yeah, even also remembering IEM. Yeah. You know, I mean, I think this would definitely be his best if he defeated TY, when TY is looking so strong right now.
I mean, let's not forget, TY does not die to Stalker all-ins, but he died in that last game. I mean, well executed. Great Blink Stalker micro back every time. Yeah, good read, good micro. When you know how a player plays, that's only part of it. Scouting, confirming it is the second part, and the third part is execution of your counter. His execution was flawless. You know, TY's defense was also basically perfect, but because Trap, you know, had the right choice, the right build for the situation, he takes that win. We're tied up 1-1 here.
Back in the day when, you know, 3 CC builds weren't that uncommon, but also the Stalker all-ins were more common. We used to see bunkers in the main even. You remember Overgrowth, you would get one on the high ground just to make sure that you don't die to this kind of thing. But TY just didn't see it coming. He had no idea, you know. The execution was perfect, the read was perfect, the hiding of the build and, you know, just deceiving TY was fantastic as well. And, I mean, he evens it up here. This is going to be an interesting one going into Frost.
Yeah, we see the quick CC come down for TY, and he's going double barracks, but we've already seen him do this build in this map where he follows up with a third CC. This time, he's not going to. He's going to change the build. He's going to add 2 gases. In fact, it goes 3 barracks, not 2. So he's going to have a little bit more marine pressure on the ground, but we'll tuck up
scarred.
faster.
He's scarred after game 2. He's like, I'm not dying to this. Back in the day, Kier was a Terran that, when Blink all-ins were very popular, he would just go 3 CC after CC first, or rather 3 barracks after CC first all the time. It is the safest way to make sure that you survive against any kind of Blink all-in.
Ooh, look at this Twilight Council coming up. Looks like it's going to be more adept-focused play here from Trap early on. Could be Blink again, but obviously not as powerful on this map. And what I would love to see at some point in this series, I asked Trap this yesterday, is if he was going to use DTs against TY. He said, I think I use DTs too often, he'd be too prepared, but I don't know. It's definitely something to mix it up would be cool. If he does DTs in this game, obviously it'd be very delayed and not a normal timing, but it is still an option here for Trap, and very popular in this matchup when we go to the mid game because it allows you to base trade so efficiently, and oftentimes in the late game you can run DTs in, and a Terran on his 3rd or 4th might not have a turret or units to defend. There's going to be Blink again though, and additional gates coming up, so Trap kind of leading into that 3rd base with options here. And TY, knowing he has a vulnerable window, will make this bunker a little bit blind here. The Reaper is checking to see if there's a 3rd base, but actually gets killed. So no more scouting here. 2nd Reaper's going to come over. It might actually have been an SCV.
Yeah, it was an SCV, yeah.
The Reaper is coming now to do a follow-up scout.
Great pickoff by Trap, actually, to know that SCV was there. I mean, it was on the high ground. He needed to send his Stalker all the way up there to have any idea. This Reaper taking a lot of damage, but it will scout the front at least, and actually scout the 3rd base. So a nice scout here for TY.
Very nice. And he wants to keep it alive just to make sure this isn't canceled, but that would be very unlikely. You're going to see a Forge coming up for Trap. So he definitely does not have planned to do the same type of commitment to aggression that we saw in the previous set. TY going to start his upgrade shortly soon with this, you know, eBay coming up here. Stim is almost done. He has a large lead in Army with the barracks he powered up very quickly. after his second CC. So he could start to put some aggression on once these medevacs come out as well. The reactor and the starport close to finishing. We'll see how much he wants to commit. Obviously, in these positions, drops are very powerful because it's a shorter rush distance than, say, going to the top left. And he has some space to work with here. Stim done now in 2 seconds. Turrets going up. Widowmines coming out, and the first medevac on the way. Actually going to use the reactor for reactor Widowmines right now. This is a great scout from TY. Confirms the base is finished. Also sees the forge. Knows that he has a window here to try to do some damage. Probably going to salvage that bunker as well. There's no reason to keep it anymore.
Both our monitors went out at the same time.
Yeah,
they're back
that
now.
Happened to you guys.
It's okay.
If you ever hear me pause oddly, sometimes my monitor goes out. I'm not sure why, but
it's funny because both of them went out at the same time. Generally, that does not happen. But
yeah.
As you were saying, TY moving out.
Okay, he's going to move out here
a bit to try to catch some units. Not
Widowmine.
going to.
Yeah, Widowmine drop coming over the right side. This could really throw Trap off because he's so focused on this aggression towards his third base. He has no units here whatsoever. One Immortal coming in. Widowmines go down. Good split, though. 4 probes, regardless, do go down. He's going to chase some more of these. Oh, Trap is not looking.
And
he can cancel it. He cancels it. Nicely done. He's looking for more value.
He's delaying so much mining time with that. Trap is going to pull again.
Oh, gonna get 2, I guess. Oh, just barely not gonna get the second.
There you go. This one is almost off cooldown, actually. This Adept coming over here, delaying the third base. Nicely done. Widowmine gonna be focused out just barely in time.
A lot of denied mining, but not a lot of permanent damage to the worker count. As you can see with the third Nexus, Trap has had so long with a delayed third here from TY. He's built a very large probe count. 2 more Widowmines over here trying to find value, again denying that mining. And TY is actually setting up not only this high ground harass here, which he could still get some value from, but also a push with his army towards the third. Looks like one Widow is cleaned. I don't know where the other one ended up going. Did he
12 probes. I think that Widowmine got a huge hit there.
Okay. The medevac must have died for him to do that because I don't see it anymore on the minimap. So,
I think it's still out there. I mean, that on the right side behind the natural.
Oh yeah, it is. Right on top of that black. There it is, right here. That literally evened up the worker count. Those 12 kills. That is huge. That is insane. And now TY has this large force on the map still. He's got a nice defensive setup here against the counterattack from Trap.
Observer out of the range of the scan, and he sees these units coming.
This is actually pretty huge. Will he get the Prism? He will. Medevac coming up will save a lot of these Marines. And that was worth it to get the Prism for sure. That means that Trap cannot reinforce his attack. He will never be able to attack into those Liberators either at the top of the ramp. Those Marines we're talking about over here on the high ground are going to come over and get a little bit more damage done as well. As this army retreats home. Oh, okay, not able to kill that Adept. Good reaction there by Trap.
Storm on the way.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting, very early on as well. And you can get away with that on a map like this. Frost is very big. Even though they are at vertical spawns, it's going to take a while for TY to get to the base of the Protoss. And Trap was putting on a lot of pressure himself. Well, not a lot of pressure, but he was moving out on the map, you know, forcing TY back, forcing him to think that, you know, hey, I'm going to attack. And, you know, he backs off eventually, getting that Storm on the way. And he's going to get away with this. There are no Templar yet that I've seen on the map, but he can definitely begin to warp those in soon enough and be ready for when TY pushes across the map. Should have Storm in time.
Monitors jumped out on us again. You see this Liberator actually will get caught and taken out there. Totally sniped. Another one coming to the right side.
Will be scouted, but...
Okay, he's moving his army away, but he could actually get intercepted here by TY. TY in a good position here with this army. Decides to run the Widowmines away. Going to catch several sentries here, though. Force Field's trying to buy time. The Adept army coming back. There are Widowmines here. I don't know if Trap realizes this. There's a huge amount of Widowmines here. Also, several units at home.
Free Immortal goes away, and look at this. Adept's trying to do a bit of damage, but will be shut down immediately.
Very quick shutdown here. TY in great position in this game right now. This Liberator also going to find a lot of value to the north while he's microing over here. The Warp Prism actually being targeted initially here, but the Liberator's now going to clean up these Adepts. The Prism may be able to escape if he controls it. Meanwhile, TY can actually commit to this attack over here. Photon Cannon gets killed. He's going up to the high ground. Watch out for those Storms. Storm is done.
Keep in mind, there is Storm on the map. You guys can see in the top left the upgrades. And
he's going to have to lift out. He's going to have to lose some units here.
Oh, that medevac is so low.
Oh, my God.
One more hit would have killed him. He's going to try to drop into the main.
Recall here into the main base. So that's not enough units. In fact, this could cause him a big problem here. He's going to continue to attack right now. Storms go down once more. Several of these gateways unpowered.
The Stalkers in position. They are going to snipe one medevac. Another one does go down. TY will have to back out from this attack. Not going to be able to do critical damage here to Trap.
Okay, armor completed here as well. The upgrade's better now for Trap, technically speaking, with the extra armor that he has. And 18 Adepts, obviously a very powerful comp with Storms, but keep an eye on the Stalker count. He has 13 currently. If the Storms don't kill the Liberators in a fight, then how many Stalkers he has for anti-air are going to be really important, because this is one of the problems for us versus Terrans who go for Liberator-oriented play, is do I have enough anti-air to kill the air army, while the ground army is also supporting that. As you know, he's got quite a healthy count of Stalkers, so with the right amount of Storms and the Stalkers to finish off with good targeting, he can beat this army. But TY is catching up with the upgrades, finishing his +2 attack will even them up right now. It's actually such a close game. Economy-wise, I would give TY an edge because he has the even worker count, but the fourth base is not ready yet for TY, whereas it is for Trap. And we are going to see advanced ballistics as this Adept Harass does 6 worker kills of damage, 7.
Just a bit. And it looks like maybe he wanted to get that army out of position too and go for an attack, but Liberators are ready at the waiting.
Okay, he could actually, if he's not careful here, he could end up getting stormed with those while they're away from the bio. 12 workers down here, and that is not a fourth base landed. Storm's coming up here. The army is well split. We'll kill a few Widow Mines potentially. Oh, just barely not.
Lifting up a bunch of bio. It looks like he wants to go for a drop at the same time. A small group of units actually doing a nice bit of work here at this fourth base. Only one Marauder wants to do his job. And is he going to commit there? TY yesterday saying that Widow Mine's very important against Protoss armies because there's so many Adepts in the front.
Oh, speaking of which, a little bit of a hit going down there. About a third of those Adepts losing their shields, but the Storms here are on point. Liberation zones cleaning up here, and this army gonna stim over here, actually not attacking the Nexus. However, this army from Trap is trying to break through these Liberators, and TY sent a lot of his army away in dropships here, so this might just break him. He's into the main here, gets on top of these Liberators.
Doing so much damage, and the drop back at the fourth base is not doing nearly as much. He might kill this fourth, but it doesn't matter. Trap inside the production now, doing a ton of damage, and his army is much, much bigger. TY down to 27 SCVs as well. Gonna kill this fourth, but...
Base goes down. His army is smaller. He's trying to maintain these CCs. This isn't even an orbital. He's going to drop mules here. The drop comes back. Trap brings his whole army back, which will buy TY a little bit more time. I think, another tech we could see here, if we're not seeing it already, okay, we're not seeing it yet, but one thing that Trap could do here to avoid the base trade is to add a Dark Shrine. Obviously, a Dark Shrine's going to force scans for TY while he's on the attack. He's already killed another base. This base being remade into an orbital. He doesn't have that many scans. I feel like Trap, if he wins a straight-up army fight, then obviously he just kind of wins the game. No questions there. But TY's one advantage is he has this mobile army. Without if he loses his medevacs, he backs off. Widow Mine's all killed here. And Trap is just poised to take this, moving forward with so many Psy Storms.
The Storms are really the key. You take out the Widow Mines, you can shade him with your Adepts, and there's really no answer. More Widow Mines on the way. They're on the high ground. We'll see if they can get some big hits.
Oh, they will get some hits for sure before they're killed with that Storm. The rest of the bio down here, though, is dead. This base is no longer mining. And he's trying to get advanced ballistics so desperately here now. I mean, he's researching it, but he only has no Liberators on the map. Another orbital goes down here. And 12 SCVs to 54 probes currently. This is an issue.
Definitely a problem for our Terran buddy here, TY. He's going to try to put on some pressure once again with a small drop, but it looks like Trap just wants to move in and kill him. Actually, he's going to back off now to deal with this drop.
Ooh, the medevac, does he target it? He gets away, even saves the Stalker here. That hurts the healing power here. Second medevac goes down. This army is obliterated. Trap looks like he will seal the deal here with these last few Adepts. And that will put him on match point. GG. Trap with another upset. 1 win away from having to face the terrifying Protoss versus Protoss player in Neve in the Grand Finals.
Neve said he wanted to face against Trap. He was not scared, but he felt more comfortable against Trap, and Trap is 1 game away now. TY, though, he's going to take off the sweater. And you know what happens when you take off the sweater. You gain extra power. We'll see if that helps him out here in game number 4. But, man, Trap is just playing some really good StarCraft.
He really, really is. It cannot be overstated how good the StarCraft that he is playing is right now. And I said it several times in the group stage because everyone was telling me, other Korean casters, Korean people on the ladder, other pro gamers are saying Trap is weak. He's weaker than Pet in this tournament, and people are overestimating his skills. Well, guess what? He's 1 game away from making the Grand Finals. Everyone was lying. Maybe they're trying to hide that this guy is a top player or something, but he certainly is, and he might beat TY, one of the best TVP players in the world.
Expect the unexpected here at KeSPA Cup. Here we go into game number 4.